Thanks for watching TV3. My name's Dave Howie, and normally you catch me on Lakes 99.5, and on TV3 we get to talk about the Perham Show, and as part of that Perham community we are making a stop at St. Lawrence Church, County Road 14, and we have Andy Klinner with us. Andy?
Good morning, Dave.
How are you?
Glad to have you here.
And we also have Jim Gook. How are you, Jim?
Good morning. Fine.
You probably have eaten a lot of Jim's chicken. We'll come back to that in just a moment. Let's talk a little bit about him. We're talking off air about the background of this area.
Okay, so the polka mass itself and the way we've been celebrating it has been going on for 30 years. And we've done it always the first weekend in August, and it's been successful all that time. And one of the things that has made it successful is the good food that we have here. And Jim will talk about that after a minute. He's been in charge of making the chicken and the beef in over those years. But we started this celebration 30 years ago, as I said, in following of the success of the settlement. And at that time it was 125th, and it would take another story to explain the complications of how the age of the official parish is different than the settlement, but it's has to do with bishops and kind of renegade priests and all those things. But this fall we'll be celebrating the 150th anniversary of people coming to this spot on Rush Lake by the Otter Tail River to start a settlement. And so the term is sesquicentennial. This will be about the first one that will be celebrated in Otter Tail County. And 5 years from now, the city of Perham will be celebrating theirs. So a term that we all have to get used to.
That's right, sesquicentennial. All right, there'll be a quiz. Andy, thank you for that background a little bit here about this area and specifically for the church too. I'm curious about membership. What kind of numbers are we talking here?
We just finished a project with the photo book, as parishes do them. 200 families registered and represented in the parish book. Wonderful.
Well, great. Let's turn to Jim and talk a little bit about the food, the schedule, some of the things that are coming up for the polka mass, Jim.
Well, to start with, this is our 30th year. The year before, we had a celebration and we had it catered by from Aldridge. They did, and then we assumed they were going to cater the next year for us. And 2 weeks before, they told us they weren't going to do it. So we didn't know what we were going to do, and my wife and I were good friends of the people at Jay's Diner in Perham, and she told us how to do the dinner. And we had never done this before, and we did, and it was a success. And we had the job after that for the next 30 years. Now, we started out, we did the chicken and stuff on a Saturday morning. They came in here and they browned it, they half cooked it, and then we had to cool it down and then cook it on Sunday. And we had roasters all over in the church to get our well, we also did beef. Yeah. And to get them, to get this stuff cooked, and we were knocking circuit breakers out all the time. So then one week, it was the temperature was up to almost 100, and we had a tough time getting that chicken cooled down. So my wife, she says, it would sure be nice if we could bake this chicken somehow. And I said, well, I can build an oven for it, and I did, and she got the recipe, and we've been baking chicken ever since.
Is that oven still in line here? Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's in the garage.
Fantastic.
It holds 6 commercial trays at a time.
Well, listen, Jim. In the time we have, do you want to grab your poster and invite people to come to this wonderful meal?
Yes. We We serve between 550
Okay.
and 600 people usually. And we also have a takeout service. If they can't stay, they can
Good reminder.
get a takeout meal, and they can call 346-7729.
All right. And the date of the event and time?
Is August 7th. It's always the first Sunday in August, and it starts after Mass, 11:30 until 2. We serve our dinner. And we also have prime rib now. 3 years ago, the generosity of the Albert and Lisa Warner family donate the prime rib for our dinner, and so we don't do the beef no more. She has that catered in source, but you get a very, very good meal.
Very good meal, great value with it.
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about how much money we should bring with us?
Okay, adults and carry-out is $10. Children 6 to 12 is $5, and under 6 is free.
All right. St. Lawrence Church, and they're how many years now?
30th.
30th annual.
This is the 30th year.
Polka
It's
supper.
time for me to retire.
Hand over the reins. We've got Sunday, August 7th. Again, a reminder that the event coming up there, and Jim mentioned the prices, but best thing, do come out and plan to have some good conversation here at St. Lawrence Church. Thanks for watching TV3. I'm Dave Howie. Welcome to the Perham Show on TV3. My name's Dave Howie. Joining me today on the show is Allison Francis from United Way. Hi, Allison.
Hi there.
Well, listen, what is your role with United Way?
Sure, I'm the new volunteer and event coordinator with the United Way of Otter Tail County.
Okay.
And I help to make connections and plan events throughout Otter Tail County, finding different ways to support people in need, get people connected, and help put resources with volunteers.
You know, you mentioned resources. That is United Way's mission, is to provide, help provide financial resources for those organizations that
Right.
might otherwise not get funding.
Right, exactly. And one of the things we're really focusing on right now is the Stuff the Bus campaign.
Yeah.
And we are collecting school supplies for families, children in families who may need a little additional help this time of year. We know that every student stepping through the front door of a school is asked to step through with an average of $57 worth of school supplies, and that can
gone
be
up a little bit.
a real hardship
Yeah.
for families, especially those with more than 1 or 2 children. So what we do is we ask the community to help out as they can, and Stuff the Bus helps to make sure that every kid is able to walk through the door with the same opportunity.
And I think we've already seen just how much that helps them with their confidence, getting in the front
Yep.
door, feeling like they're coming ready to learn.
Absolutely, yeah. And the United Way of Otter Tail County is completely committed to early childhood literacy and early childhood readiness, and just this first step through the door on the first day of school with what you need, it's part of our commitment. And
Well, we appreciate United Way's efforts. We appreciate all the volunteer help that happens in making this come together. The event again is going to be held when?
the event in Fergus Falls is August 2nd,
Okay.
And that is at Triangle Park. And then the event that we're holding for East Otter Tail is in Perham. It's August 9th, that's a Tuesday, and that's at Turtle Park, also known as NP Park, and we are having a hot dog barbecue from 11 to 2.
Okay.
And that's a free will donation. All of the proceeds for the barbecue will go, 100% will go towards providing school supplies for kids in Otter Tail County.
All right, so
So-
we need school supplies. That's
Yep.
the first step.
Yep.
We'll come back and ask for volunteers in a moment.
Yeah.
So first step again is we need those school supplies. If you'd like to drop it off at the East Otter Tail event in Perham, looking over my shoulder, it's right there at NP Park. And you can stop by from what hours again?
We will be there from 11 to 2. We
Okay.
have totes throughout the county, drop-off totes. You can certainly drop things off at the Perham United Way of Otter Tail County office, which is in the old hospital, or at the United Way of Otter Tail County in Fergus Falls.
Okay.
And those are just usual business hours that we're available for those drop-offs.
Okay, for the year-round
Ongoing
drop-offs.
campaign,
Yeah.
yep,
And those spots are going to be seen on screen here too, and we'll have those for you. But again, the event coming up Tuesday the 9th, Looking forward to seeing you there. Maybe they get me in behind the grill and flip some hot dogs
There you
or
go.
something.
Sure thing.
There's that going on, and then also we need people to help stuff those backpacks.
We could use bodies. We need people in the Fergus Falls United Way office to come and help us stuff the backpack. Each backpack is for a specific child. Each teacher in every grade, so every classroom has a different
They have a
list
school
of things.
list. Yep.
And so when we're stuffing a backpack, it's for an individual, and we certainly could use your help.
All right. If someone would like to volunteer, how would you like them to follow up?
Please, you could certainly call me at 218-770-9406.
Okay.
I'm Allison Francis. You can step into any of the United Way offices, and we have a website with more information, uwotc.com.
All right, Allison, thank you for being
Thanks
on the
so
show.
much.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Allison Francis from United Way this morning on the show, or here on TV3 on the Perham Show. We'd love to hear from you. Suggestions, advice on future shows. You can contact me at the radio station, Lakes 99.5. That's 346-4800. It's 218 number, of course. Or feel free to email me as well. I'm Dave Howie. That's the Perham Show on TV3.